Hi, I'm Charlotte. I'm an older trans woman. I've been going through my transition for about 2 years now. Um, I've been in HRT. I get lots of comments, thankfully, most of them nice ones, which I'm very thankful for, and lots of questions as well from other trans women. I'm a lot older as a trans woman than all the young ones on YouTube that you probably see. And I probably left it way too late in transitioning. I've known since, like many trans women, that I was trans from probably about 5 years old and went through all the battles of life, suicide attempts. I got married some 26 years ago, had 3 children. And when my daughter found out 2 years ago that I was transgender, I had to leave the family home immediately. And I became almost homeless. But thankfully, I had some close friends who had a cottage in their garden who let me stay there for probably 3, 4 months until I found somewhere else to go to. People have been extremely kind and, on the whole, mostly really, really supportive. My children cut me off 2 years ago and have no contact with me. And I'm just about to go through the process of divorce now. And the family home is up for sale at the moment, which is a real milestone and a sad one at that as well. I think there's a lot of trans women and probably trans men as well who marry believing that the bands of marriage will take away the feeling of gender dysphoria and all that comes with it, but sadly it doesn't. And I think that we kid ourselves if we think it does, because it's so deep rooted within us. It's who we are, it's what we are, and it's a battle that will last till death do us part. I'm a lot older, as I say, and I wish that I transitioned when I was probably in my early 20s, but I didn't, and things were a lot different then, of course, as they are to now. And people just seem more accepting. There's so much more support now, and when you look on YouTube and you see all these young trans girls and trans men, it seems so much easier for them. And wish I'd done or been able to do what they're doing now, because it's so much harder as you get older. And I am a lot older, but I'm glad I am where I am. It was a decision that had to be made. My doctor's been massively supportive. Um, in fact, he's been absolutely excellent. When I moved into my friend's cottage 2 years ago, I was close to a few suicide attempts, had a complete breakdown at one time. The police were out on numerous occasions and the paramedics as well when I had the breakdown. And I think probably they would have sectioned me if I'd not battled against it. Alcohol's been involved as well. I don't do drugs, thankfully, but certainly alcohol has been very much involved in this last 2 years, something that I hadn't done for 26 years. But we have to do what we have to do. Really, for those who are older, and I had a message on YouTube this morning from someone who's 62 years old, saying much the same as me, that they'd known since they were really about 5 years old that they were transgender. And what I would say is, don't give up and don't believe that you are too old, because it's never too late. And I think that the worst battle, I think, is not transitioning and taking those steps to become the woman that you are. I'm glad I've done it. I wrote a book a couple of years ago, which is published on Amazon, called Blossoming in the Darkness, by under the name of Charlotte Eden Hemingway, which is 95% true. It's about my life. It is based around my visits to the therapist, but with other stuff as well. It's only the last section that isn't is a little bit fictional, although the section about having COVID, which I contracted in March this year, which turned to 2 bouts of pneumonia, then an inflammation of the lungs and airways, plus then the long COVID, which has been a huge battle. And in truth, there were a few times when I didn't think I was going to make it. It was that bad. Don't belittle it. It is absolutely horrendous. I think it's 10 months now, just about, and I've just about come out of the end of it now. My energy levels are a lot better than they were. So I'm really, really thankful for that. So all I would say to you is, if you are going through the same as I went through, and probably still to some degree, don't try and fight a lost battle, because in truth you won't win. I didn't, and I'm here to tell the story, and I hope that you find the courage and strength to do it. Get support. I've made so many new friends, actually, from opening up to so many different people, and some of my old friends and family will have no more contact with me. But in losing old friends, I've made new ones who've been absolutely brilliant, and they see me, they bring their children to see me, I go to see their children, and they're all incredibly supportive. I go out shopping, walking, and everything that a woman would do. I am pre-operative, but like many, I'm on the NHS waiting list, which is absolutely horrendous. I've been on that for 2 years now, and I don't expect to get seen for probably another year, 2 years. I do want gender confirmation surgery. I will probably have facial feminization surgery, and I've thought about voice surgery as well. All of that is on the radar. So they're all the things that are available to trans people now, and I'm thankful for that. But if you don't want to wait on the NHS system, then it means having to pay, and the costs are extraordinarily high, not something that I can afford. So I wait on the NHS, and hope that at some stage I may get an appointment and get to see someone with the view of a booking for gender confirmation surgery. So anyway, I hope that you all have a good new year. Glad to see the end of 2020, and I look forward to this year. Keep safe, keep well, and keep hoping and keep faith. Love to you all. Bye.